few minutes to log on and join our live, and then we'll start in a few seconds.
This should be good. I'm ready.
In a few seconds. All right. Okay, so yeah, I see Jasmine. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Cam. Okay, we're gonna start. So today we have a special guest here to talk with us today about the importance of health and how it is attributed to being a wealthy person. And we're gonna introduce her now. Her name is Elysia. Welcome, Elysia. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Do you want to give just like a brief description or like tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure. I am Dr. Elysia Jackson, a family medicine physician here in Mississippi. I like to say I see everybody from 2 weeks to 200 years old. Whatever you got, bring it on and we'll try to figure it out. So
how long have you been doing what you do?
Oh, wow. Finished up training in 2011 and have been going ever since. So 9 years, 10 years now.
All right, cool. Good to know. Good to know. All right, so we're going to get a good idea of the importance of health in the Black community. Can you tell us some of the struggles that the Black community faces when it comes to health?
Oh, wow. And it's such a multi-layered question. One of the big things, of course, is access. A lot of times we don't have physicians in our communities. Then the physicians that are in our communities, the access is further limited to our lack of health insurance, sometimes lack of funds to, if you do have insurance, your deductible's high, you don't have a chance to take off work to actually utilize the insurance, or we are underinsured, uninsured. And outside of access, there's of course the trust issue. That's something that's big with COVID being in the national eye, just not outside of COVID, trust in the medical community, trust that we'll listen, trust that we'll give you treatment that actually fits with you, not just wanting to Band-Aid and get you out of the office, trust that, you know, we actually want to take care of you. So it becomes a multi-layered problem. Access, trust, education, many different areas that we could improve on as a community.
Where do you think the mistrust comes between the medical field and the Black community? Like, where does it stem?
A big part of it is history. The Tuskegee experiment, multiple different other things that we know of that have come up over time, things where we have not been given the proper treatments, where we've been actually experimented on. I mean, if we're just going to be honest, there are many different, you know what I'm saying, things that contribute to the distrust. Then in terms of when we actually do have access, getting into the office, having people who we don't feel listen to us, people who we don't feel know where we're coming from, understand where we're coming from, not understanding our culture and not understanding how to tie our culture into our health. And so it becomes not only a trust issue of the medicine, but of the provider and the nation, all of it. It just becomes a multi-layered problem on that too.
As a Black woman that works in the health field, do you find that a lot of Black women, feel unheard when they're going to seek medical treatment? Because I do sometimes see articles about women like myself who maybe was pregnant and they're expressing certain concerns, and it's kind of like, you know, brushed over the table.
We don't always feel heard. We don't always feel understood. And sometimes we have trouble expressing ourselves and getting our point across in terms of, I like to say that we as Black women sometimes have this superwoman complex where, oh yes, sure, I can do it. Give me some more. Can you do this for me? Sure, I can do that. And we almost get to where we're at the bottom of our own list. We don't give ourselves permission to even acknowledge that we're having a symptom. And then once we are allowing ourselves to say, oh, wait, my foot hurts, I have this symptom, then wait a minute, let's figure out what I can do. What did I do to cause that symptom? And then it's like we look within ourselves to try to fix it ourselves, something that, okay, well, what did I do to break myself? How can I fix myself? When we don't always look to the organic cause, well, maybe we have something in our foot that's causing it to hurt. You didn't do something. It wasn't the fact that you were stepping on something hard and it made you hurt yourself. Maybe you have a bone spur that we need to look at. And so a lot of times we put ourselves at the bottom, we neglect ourselves. Then when we finally even listen to our own bodies, it's hard to put into terms what we're experiencing to try to make someone hear us. Then once we are able to put it into words, we get with someone we don't feel is hearing us. And it's like, well, you know what? You're not listening to me anyway. So I'll just go back to doing what I was doing, because at least I know I'm hearing myself and I can try to fix myself some sort of way since you're not going to listen anyway. And so we go back to not being taken care of.
That's deep. That is really deep. I can relate. I can definitely relate to that. That is definitely deep. What do you think, as far as Black women are concerned? Then, I mean, I know there's, maybe you've seen things, like, what do you find is like the number one health issue that we face?
Ooh, number one health issue that we face as Black women. Allowing ourselves to have a problem and actually seeking help. And it affects every aspect of our life and every aspect of our bodies. And even me, myself, going through it right now, we don't, like I said, we just don't allow ourselves the opportunity to be broken, because a lot of times we don't have the time. I mean, I don't have time to be sick, so I'll be sick today. I'll figure out how to get over it today, so tomorrow I can do what I needed to do today. And the last day, last 3 days where I wasn't able to do what I need to do, I need to pack it all into today. So I don't have time to even worry about the fact that I was sick those last 2 days. And so it just becomes a never-ending cycle of us not taking care of ourselves until we are utterly just broken, jacked up. And it's like, I don't have a choice. I have to go get this seen about, because I can no longer ignore the problem. And so whatever that, I mean, like for a lot of us, for me personally, it's a multifactorial issue. For a lot of women that I know, it becomes a multifactorial issue. Now I'm here. I've been tired for a year. I've got this broken. This is wrong. I don't like this. This is messed up. Now here, I don't even know what to tell you to fix.
I heard you mention the superwoman mindset, and I think that kind of ties into the whole not having time. Can you describe, or just explain a little bit better to us what that means to you, the superwoman mindset?
The idea that, okay, not taking care of me, I need to take care of my children because they didn't ask to be here, right? And I made them, so I got to take care of them. And I need to take care of my job because that's how I make my money and that's how I feed my children. And so I need to go to work and I need to work really hard and I need to be the best employee that I can be so I can make this money and I can make these bonuses and I can make everybody at the job happy. So like with me, make my patients happy, with the teachers, make the kids happy, make the parents happy. Then you come home and then you have a spouse that you would, or a boyfriend, a significant other, and you want to make them happy and you want to treat them awesome and make them this, that, and the third and cater to them in whatever way that you're going to cater to them. Then you have your community and I want to be active in this way and I want to be the best example and I want to, be this in my community. I have my family that I want to take care of. I want to make sure that my grandma has what she needs and my aunt has everything and my uncle has, oh, you don't have gas? Let me come bring you gas money. We want to make sure you're good. Then we have, the church, if you're in a church or whatever your spiritual situation is, and I want to be active this way and I want to take care of this person because I need to be good in this aspect. And we keep adding on and on and on. And by the time you add on all these things that you have to do and be good at, where the hell are you on the list?
The superwoman
No.
mindset, is it only strictly towards people that are in relationship, or is this also like women that are single as well that have this mindset?
I don't think it's necessarily people in relationships. I think I found women in general, but worse with Black women, because it's stuff that, I know for me, I was taught these things. You need to be the best daughter to your mom that you can be, because your mom did all this for you, and your grandma did all this for her, and therefore for you too. And your community did this. You have a village and everybody helps. So reach back and help and teach. And, you didn't get here by yourself. Look at your family who helped you. You make sure don't forget them. And you in the church, you have to be active in the church. You have to be a good church member. You have to be, you know what I'm saying? And then you're an employee and you want to get great ratings on your job, and it's tied to bonuses. So, it's like you're taught all these different things. No one ever says, hey, it's okay to take care of you.
Or better yet, it's okay to ask for help.
That if you're asking for help, you're weak, right? Because then you're not doing it right? If you need the help, then you need to just be more organized so you can have more time to do more things. You need to work harder so you can make more money so you can pay more bills, right? You need to, get everything better so that you can do more. It's always look at you, how you can do better to do more, instead of, wait a second, maybe I'm doing too much.
How do you think we got to this point where now we're totally neglecting our health, not taking care of ourselves, not asking for help? Where do you think personally that comes from in the Black community?
Oh, wow. So many levels. I
told you this was going to be good.
Yeah. Some need, some won't. I feel like a lot of times too many different matriarchal figures have had to stand up and be that center that, okay, I'm gonna have to take care of all these things. And oh, well, look, I'm idolizing Big Mama because Big Mama had to take care of her 10 kids and her this, that, and the third. And we perpetuate that as, oh, this is the idol that we need. And generationally, we have yet to take and look back, well, wait, Big Mama was struggling and we didn't ask her for help. The reason why she made us get in there and wash those dishes and we had those chores, because you know what? After she did all that she had to do, she made us pick up the slack in whatever ways, and we never really examined where she was broken and where we could fix it. And we have just piled on more and more and more to that over the generations.
So basically, you think we were just raised this way over generations, and we never got to a point where women felt like they were worthy or deserving of help.
Yeah. And almost even fearful to ask. If I have to ask for help, what does that say about me as a woman? What does it say about me as a mother? If I need a fellow mother or the dad or whoever, if you're a single mom, you might need another mom. If you have a great significant other who will step up, hey, Dad, I need you to do this, that, and the third. If I can't do it, what does it say about me as a mom? And how many times have some of us moms who have good significant others, when they try to step up, well, no, I don't want you to do that because I'm the mom and I'm supposed to be doing that. What does it say about me that I'm not the one doing? Even when they are capable and willing.
I'm sorry, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, even when they are capable and willing and try, sometimes when people are willing and wanting to help us, it's hard for us to accept that help because we feel like we should be doing it ourselves. And if we don't, then it's saying something negative about us.
So that goes into, and I feel like you could probably touch on this as well, because it's also health. That goes into mental health.
That was my follow-up question.
Yeah,
That was
sounds
my
like
next question. Do you think this is mentally damaging to us?
Definitely, definitely. And I think, and it affects us in all aspects, in our relationships and the way we treat our kids, with everything, you know.
right. I always
Can
tell
you
my
elaborate on that? Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, because she's really hitting a lot of stuff and I'm loving it. Can you elaborate on how that mental could be damaging, like continuing on to our children?
I mean, and just think about how stressful for me as a mom, when I don't have X, Y, and Z done. Say the house is a mess and the kids are doing what they do, having fun, and it's like, here I am, I'm frazzled, and instead of enjoying time playing with toys, sitting in the floor with them, I'm too worried about, I need to have this, that, and done clean, and so I can get dinner done and do on this time frame to be that good mom, to play that role, and I'm missing time with them. I'm too stressed, worried about a clean floor, where I should be in the floor making a mess with them. Or because they're in the floor making a mess and I know I just cleaned that up, now I'm hollering at them and I'm mad because they in the floor making a mess that I just cleaned, when it's really not that big a deal. But because I'm stressed about other things, I'm taking it out on the kids. I'm hollering at them, I'm spanking them, when it's really, it's something that it's really not that big a deal. Now you're on high, you're on edge, and you can't enjoy time with your kids, time with your family, because you're worried and stressed about stuff that's unnecessary, stuff that really just doesn't even matter.
Sorry, I don't want to cut anyone off, but I just want everyone to know in the comments, we are going to get to your comments. We're just going to do our part one of this, and then after that, we're going to get to the comments, and we'll read the comments, and we'll kind of like, if anyone has any questions that they want to ask Alicia, definitely leave it in the comment, and at the end of this live, we will definitely touch on some of the comments that were shared. Just to go back to what we were just talking about, though, like I always tell my clients, like, you're never, like, if your mental health isn't good, you can't be good to anyone. Like, you can't be good to your children. You can't be good to your spouse. You can't be, like, you could try all you want to be an overachiever, or, as Alicia said, a superwoman. But at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of your health, you're no good to yourself or anyone else. So no matter how hard you strive to be superwoman, you're going to slack in some area or in all areas. So it's definitely important. I definitely want to just like let everyone know it's okay to ask for help. But I'm gonna let Alicia go back into explaining that a little bit more.
And outside of asking for help, it's okay to actually accept the help, because I know I have, hey, can you do this, that, and the third, only to say, you know what, never mind, I got it. And so, and even when people have offered, okay, yeah, you can do that, and then in the end, you know what, I'll do it, no worries, I shouldn't have asked, or whatever. So when people are offering help, or when you ask for help, actually sit back and allow those people to step in and give you that help that you need. And it does not feel guilty. Don't feel guilty for accepting help. Especially help that you didn't ask for. Golly.
Like, learn to relax a little. I have that problem myself. Sometimes I just have to remember and like, whew, wait a minute, I don't even care today. My mom was stressing me out before Christmas, and she called me and I answered the phone and she's going off, and I'm like, look, lady, I just kicked these kids out the room. Okay, I need some me time. She's like, but you should have had this plan. I was like, no, nope, because I'm not stressing out. I don't care about nobody else. I get there when I get there. I can't. It's a lot of pressure, especially when you're a mom. It's so much pressure because you got to be perfect. You got to have everything right. You got to have hot cooked meals every day. You got to be this. You got to be that. And you're just like, whoa.
And not just hot, but well balanced with, the colors and different textures and.
And don't let them tell you, I don't want that. I don't eat that. That's nasty. Oh man, it's so hard, just so hard. so hard. And then when you're working full time on top of that, let me hit a number.
Yeah.
I won't even show up. I'll be like, what? I got a job. Where? Tell you. And I just think, even without having kids, like it's so much pressure on women from society to just be this perfect person and neglect yourself, but it's okay. And I had told a really good friend of mine, I said, when I was single and a mom, everyone praised me for doing all this wonderful stuff, but I was tired. I was overworked. I mean, some days I didn't know which way was which. And it's like, you feel good, like, oh, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But then it's like, like you said, you neglect yourself. And that's a situation I fell in. Like, I have a health condition that I knew about years ago because, like you said, you focused on your family members and your kids and maybe your spouse and this. You just like, I'll get to it. It's not that bad. I'll work through it. And my doctor was like, well, why didn't you come years ago? And I was like, I didn't have the time. Like, that's a sorry excuse for neglecting yourself. I don't care who you are. Just to say I didn't have time to go to the doctor, like you couldn't feel your arms. What's wrong with you? Like, that's not something you just gloss over. But it is difficult. It is.
I think unless there's something else you wanted to say, Alicia, I think I'm going to read one of the comments just so we can kind of respond to some of the people who are commenting. Saba, it's crazy because I didn't grow up in the States yet. I'm here and lose myself as an Ethiopian woman. Jasmine said, some just want all the control, but there are other times when we do get beat down for passing the torch and taking a seat.
Yeah, that's true too.
That kind of hurts.
Yeah.
That one was deep.
That hurt my heart just hearing that, because like I think all three of us here like, oh yeah, that is true. You go tell your parent, I'm tired.
It's true, and it's
take a nap.
It's usually from people, if you're honest, the people who will give you the crap about it, either they have been through the toxicity and have just normalized it as I did it, so suck it up and do it, or they really don't go through anything and it's like, what are you complaining about? My life's so great. Why are you having so much trouble? And they're sitting there with their feet up while life is raining down around them. So it's like almost that whole thing, you'll never please everybody, so take care of you anyway.
Please yourself first. I think that's what we getting from this right here. Please yourself first, because if you don't take care of yourself, everything else is gonna fall apart.
Right.
Oh man, that is Jasmine, I feel your comment. I don't know if she can hear me, if she's still watching, but I definitely, that one hit home. That one hit. I hope all the women that watch this or going to watch this just know that you don't have to be perfect. The doctor told y'all, don't be superwoman. She said it right here. Don't be so perfect.
Beyonce did not wake up like this.
Oh man,
song like is a lie.
All right, so I'm just, if there's anyone else that wants to leave a question for Alicia, please do it now because we're gonna get towards wrapping up soon. But I have one more question for Alicia. We wanted to touch on a little bit about a woman's full potential. Of course, we're not going to get into all the dynamics of that today right now, but in regards to health, what is a woman's full potential in her family when it comes to health? Like what are her duties when it comes to, or maybe just more like her nature when it comes to being a good mother, a good spouse, and a good woman?
I've always kind of felt like it was the woman's role to kind of lead and take charge of the health of the family. And in like, we make sure that our doctor's appointments are made. We make sure the husbands and kids' doctor's appointments are made. We make sure everybody's meds are taken. I mean, it's just like we are almost in charge of keeping everyone healthy. So ultimately, if we're not healthy, the family isn't healthy.
Right. Same thing with how we cook. We have to cook healthy, like cook healthy meals and
Right.
meal prep.
Right.
And
We're doing the shopping. We're doing the meal preps. We're buying the vitamins, making sure everybody's vitamins are, hey, I see your prescription is run out. I have to pick that up from the pharmacy. We really are. I mean, I'm not going to say we should be head of household, but we show the neck. And so when it comes to health, I feel like it has been mom's role to take charge and make sure the family is healthy so that we can operate at our full potential as a family all the way around.
You okay over there, Crystal? We good?
Yeah, no, we're good. I was hoping you would just keep it cool.
Sorry.
I didn't expect you to call me.
I was loving the direction you were taking it in. I didn't feel the need to chime in. I do apologize. I think we can agree. We touched on some serious topics here, and I would definitely love to dwell and dive into some of these going forward.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to step away, but it's only because I'm checking the comments and I want to see if any of the lovely ladies on the live ask the question. So I'll be right back.
No problem.
Thank you.
Now, you touched on a lot of good topics, sis. Let me tell you, I'm about to go home and be like, I'm not doing nothing today. I gotta take care.
Sometimes we have to take that. Sometimes we have to decide, you know what, I'm not adulting today. Everybody good? Is food in there we can all eat? Everybody be all right. Don't burn it down.
Yeah, don't burn the house. Just don't burn the house down. That's it. There's cereal, there's oatmeal, there's some microwave, just eggs. Do what you gotta do.
After have a good time. It's food in the can.
Are made to feel guilty about not being this perfect person, and it's like, there's no emphasis on your mental health or your own physical health, like you said. There's no emphasis on you. It's just you as pertaining to everyone else and not yourself. And I think that right there, that is the biggest problem.
Definitely. That suck it up. Why are you crying? There's food in the refrigerator mentality. Get it done. Put your head down, get it done. And it's tough, because then you become an adult who, when you are sad, when you are down, when you do need help, then you look at you as, well, something is wrong with me, when it's not. When it's okay to cry, when it's okay to be hurt, when it's okay to need help, when it's okay to want a hug, when it's okay to say, you know what, I can't do it today. When it's okay to say, you know what, I failed today. I messed that up today. I whooped my kid for the wrong reason. They didn't deserve it. I cussed my man out and he didn't deserve it. I didn't get dinner on. My house is a mess. I'm a mess. And that's okay.
That's some toxic stuff we being raised, and we got to change that. That's what we're doing here. That's what this platform is for.
Yeah, we're trying to get out of all of that.
We're trying to erase all that unhealthy behavior. We don't want that anymore. We want to be healthy.
We don't.
We want our time back. To maintain what we can and not try to overachieve and then make it so that everything is kind of half done. We want to be able to give our full potential towards our full potential as women, whatever that may be for us particularly. But we want to definitely make sure we're not, putting ourselves in too many positions where now we're not overworked and tired and unhealthy. We want to get to a place where we're all healthy. The house can be clean. The kids are fine. Our spouse is fine and happy, and we're happy. So, one step at a time, but it's important for us to have this conversation on health just so that we are acknowledging that this is an important part of women's, women reaching their full potential. So we don't want to put this at the end of the list. It should be at the top of the list, the tippy top. Like, we can't have this anymore where we're not taking care of ourselves and neglecting our health. But we're definitely going to do a part 2 to the health topic, because I feel like there's definitely, as you said, Alicia, there was layers to this. And this is just our basic health panel. So we're going to get a little bit deeper. Maybe we could get another nurse or another doctor on, and we can dive a little bit deeper into some of their thoughts and views on health and how it affects the Black woman, the Black family, and the importance of obtaining and acquiring wealth in our family so we can afford and have the resources to proper health care. I'm going to let Alicia give her final thoughts now. You want to wrap us up there?
Oh, wow. It was definitely an honor to be asked to speak with you ladies tonight. And I look forward to some awesome conversations. Whatever questions you have for me, I'll do my best to answer. And I look forward to growing with you. Growing forward. 2020 is over.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
We appreciate it because we're definitely looking to grow with you guys and everyone on our Facebook group. We appreciate all of you guys, the participation, the joining the panels and talking with us and really diving in on this journey. This is a journey for me and Kia. And we just love that everyone is joining us in this journey. And we just want to encourage everyone to share with their friends or anybody else that might be on the same path of, you know, the journey of wealth in our families. This is definitely a path towards wealth. And anybody who's interested in that, or if you know someone who's interested in that, share our page and get us out there because we want to grow as a community and have more conversations like this. And the more people we talk to, the more ideas. And we have so many intellectual Black people out there that can come on and share with us. And we're ready and we're here for all of it.
Definitely. And I would like to say to our members, our viewers who are watching this, if there's any health topics that you feel we need to address, that you want to discuss, send us a message, let us know. We are always here. We're listening. We're willing. We know your participation is very much encouraged and desired. No more comments.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can I chime in here? Sorry, and Kia, your volume is kind of sketchy right now, but maybe you could work on this while I ask this question. One of our group members had a question, and it was for Alicia. She said, "What if you do all those things and yet he still leaves? What's next?" I think this might be bigger than you, Alicia.
It might be, but I mean, bottom line, end of the day, if he left, then he wasn't the one. In terms of true happiness, we have to be happy with ourselves before we can be happy with anyone else. And so if you know that you are someone who has your stuff together, then I personally believe that there's somebody out there for everybody. And I don't know if I'm just a fairy tale type girl, and it might be the romantic in me. But I do feel like there's somebody out there for everybody. And if that particular person wasn't the person to appreciate everything that you brought to the table, to hell with him, honestly. And the person who is for you will come along and find you and appreciate all of that you brought to the table and all the stuff that you didn't bring to the table too.
Right.
I asked that question, but I want to personally extend an invite to our panel that we're going to be talking about what men want, what women want in healthy people within relationships. Honestly, I don't want to put them on the spot, but if they're willing to, I would really like for them to join us. You know, I think that's a topic in itself. So if they're willing, please come on and join us. Let's address these things. We can't fix anything unless we're willing to have a conversation.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if I'm to answer that question, because I don't want to leave her hanging there on that one. But I guess if it's not right, it's not right, right? You can't force two people to be happy in a relationship if they just aren't happy, right? So I would say what's next is probably just opening your minds up and just staying positive. And if you see a future with somebody else, then maybe, you know, you can take, you know, more, you can listen to some more of our panels. We definitely want to get into dating and what that looks like. So I think what's next would potentially be when you are ready and you feel like you're mentally healthy to start dating again, that you probably you know, take some of the steps that we give towards dating and acquiring maybe a healthy partner. And we're probably going to do a panel on how to determine a healthy man, or at least being able to see the red flags in unhealthy people, because part of, you know, relationships ending are because maybe the individual, both partners, weren't healthy, which is why we have Alicia here to talk about how important health is. So
I don't even throw myself out there in terms of wanting to say, how can we look at ourselves to make sure that we are healthy and ready for a relationship? Because it definitely takes two, you know what I'm saying? We are a woman's group, but we have to also look at the fact that it takes, whether you're a woman in a relationship with a woman or a woman in a relationship with a man, it takes two people to make that relationship work. And so, you know, not in her particular case, because she may have done everything right and he might have been just a big jerk, or, you know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, we look at the relationship and what can we do to make sure that we are ready? And I'll even throw my head out there. What can I do to look at me to say, how can I say that I'm really ready to be someone's wife or be someone's significant other that, you know what I'm saying, that we're looking for. So.
Right. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Alicia. We really appreciate you coming on. Thank you guys for all listening and sending us questions and comments. We appreciate you guys, and we look forward to the next live. Please always remember to keep it feminine, ladies. Till next time, we're out.
Later.
Bye, ladies.
Oh,